Lost the first one, so got the choice again, which I suppose I'll choose to play.
Okay.
Alright, got some lands, got some spells. I'll rock it.
Yeah, my hand is not nearly as good as my last hand is, but still definitely a keeper, so I will keep it.
No, I won't. To do. Put this wasteland over here, I think.
Alright, so Cursed Scrolls on the table. So, alright, let's see.
These wastelands will spook them.
Yeah, so I could... So my plan was to play this, and then the next turn I could go play this into getting rid of some of these cards that are bad, and then playing that, suspending this. But now that I drew this card, I think I actually changes my game plan somewhat. So I'm going to... I'm just going to fetch for a tropical island and cast a Deathrite Shaman and say go. Hopefully, a lot of bad things could happen, so hopefully not too many of them do happen. Alright, so we're getting Thoughts Used.
Stuff things. So I'll take that. Ancestral Visions.
Okay.
And I'll cast Innocent Blood.
Okay, so sacrifice my Deathrite.
Things to kill. Replicate, not bad. Alright.
Alright, so now it is my turn. Let's tap and draw. Okay, that's a good one. I'll suspend Ancestral Vision. Go ahead. I didn't really want to cast Brainstorm this turn anyway, so I'm glad that I drew something that I could cast instead. Without a fetch land, I don't want to cast it because I could find myself Brainstorm locked where I can't get rid of some of like these cards that aren't very good against him.
I'm not sure if you replicate. I don't know. Where I'll waste you.
Good.
Go.
Alright, so bad news for the home team. We are down to 0 lands, but we can just draw land when we need it, so go ahead.
Okay. Thoughts easier.
Alright, so now I'm forced to cast this Brainstorm because I can't afford to lose it. So we'll fetch down to 18, and he has Urborg in play, so I'm just going to get Tropical Island, which is actually just going to be a triple dual land. Assuming I actually have tropicals in my deck. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to cast Brainstorm in response to your Thoughtseize. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see. I want to preserve this card for sure. So you have how many cards in your hand?
One, two.
Two. Okay, 2 cards. Unfortunately, this is not very good for us, but we're just going to put these 2 back like this to preserve them because these are our 2 best cards, I think. So protect them from the Thoughtseize, and then
Alright, take Liliana.
okay.
Go.
Alright. So untap and draw. This takes down to 2. Draw a card. Play a swamp. And I'm just going to say go. I don't think there's any reason to use this yet, because I'm not that worried about that Cursed Scroll. I'm more worried about something like a Liliana.
Go.
Okay, well I guess he's going to start using the scroll on his turn, so maybe... Alright, we'll take this down to 1, we'll draw this card that we knew about, and say go.
Dark Ritual.
Alright. Name Dark Ritual, and I'll hit Liliana. Okay, so we don't take any damage, and he does have a Liliana that we want to save, so I'm not gonna decay his Curse Scroll.
Go.
Alright, there's a Tabernacle, so let's see. Alright, now I might want to do this now because I'm about to have my Ancestral Visions come off. Yeah, so I'm going to actually go ahead and destroy that at the end of your turn.
Alright, did you hit the Dark Ritual?
Okay. And we'll flip over the Dark Ritual. So I go to 16.
Alright.
And then untap Ancestral Visions of myself, so draw 3. 1, 2, 3, and then draw for turn. Alright, so we know he has a Dark Ritual and a Liliana in his hand. I'm going to go ahead and start by firing off a Brainstorm.
Good.
1, 2, 3. Okay, wasn't very good actually. Let's go ahead and let's see. What do I want to get rid of here? So I definitely want to get rid of Toxic Deluge. Doesn't do anything. What other card do I want to get rid of? It's probably this, but it's me. Yeah, it's probably just this one right here. Because I don't think we're gonna need that. So let's get rid of these 2 cards. And then I'm going to play a fetch land, and I'm not actually going to cast this because it's just going to die to Liliana, which we don't want. So we'll say go. Plus, I'd have to pay a mana every turn for his
position you.
thing. Okay, that's going to resolve. I have 2 decays, Pulse, a Goyf.
Alright, get a decay.
Okay.
Go.
Alright, so in my upkeep, I'm going to fetch down to 15. Just find another tropical island. We know that he has a Dark Ritual and a Liliana in his hand. Alright, I'll draw. So I still don't want to play this Tarmogoyf because it's just going to die to Liliana. I'm just going to play a Creeping Tar Pit and say go.
Go.
There's Mistress Factory. Draw for turn. Alright. I kind of want to just wait on these until we have a blue card to go with our Force of Will. So I'm just going to play a land and say go.
Inquisition.
You have 3 cards in your hand or 2? 2. Alright. It's kind of bad for us. Don't really want to lose either of these 2. Since they are my threats against him. I think that I'm actually just going to Force a Will that. So I go to 14.
Second.
And I go to 12.
Go.
Alright. Tap and draw. Alright, I'll suspend divisions. And maybe I'm supposed to just play both. And let his Liliana trade off for one of them. Or I can just attack him and tar pit. It's probably better to just do that. So yeah, let's attack your tar pit. Down to 13 and say go. They get like hemmed or something, that's bad, but you can also just draw like something to take care of his Liliana.
Go.
Alright. This goes to 3. Draw for turn. That's pretty good. I'll him to Torak you. Alright, so 1 and 6. Roll for the one you keep. There's a 3. Keep the middle one. A Swamp and Liliana. So he still has Dark Ritual. But at this point in time, I feel like I can play a Goyf. So. And let's see. I don't think there's any No, there's Curse Scroll.
Go. Tabernacle.
Yep. So I have to pay 1 mana in my upkeep to pay for the Tabernacle. Sticks down to 2. Draw. We'll just attack with, I think it is a 6/7. But let's see. So there's an artifact of Planeswalker, land, instant, and creature. And sorcery. Yep, so 6/7.
Okay,
right.
6/6.
So you go to 7, and we'll just play the other Goyf. Here you go.
Okay, I'm dead.
Okay.